Well, Ole, not only was he a gruff son of a bitch and wrestling's original grumpy old man, but he was incredibly intelligent,
Right.
incredibly well spoken. He was dedicated to the wrestling business, and he was very straight laced with it. And as a matter of fact, my favorite Ole Anderson, one of the nicest things that anybody ever said to me, Ole said, Cornette, one time, I said, I used to think you were a dumb fuck, but so many other dumb fucks have come along that are worse than you, that you've moved up the ladder without doing anything. Ole and I got off on a rocky start because Dundee had done a deal in that Georgia territory in the summer of '83 where my rich mother had sent my poodle Fifi down because I'd never had, Fifi had never had a birthday without me being along, with her. And we had a birthday party for Fifi. And this videotape, I've got a shameless plug at jimcornette.com. If you go and you look up my rookie year video, this video is available. Like 7 people saw this fucking show. But I've preserved it. We had a birthday party with all my heels wearing the hats and blowing the noisemakers, and we had a cake. And, of course, the fantastic ones, Bobby Fulton and Terry Taylor, came out and put my face in the cake. And Ole came from the real straight-laced, the Carolinas, where there wasn't a lot of comedy and there wasn't a lot of bullshit in wrestling, and they didn't do a lot of outrageous things. And, he remembered the Nick Goulas days from Tennessee, where Nick was a notoriously bad payoff man, and they did a lot of hoo-ha. He didn't understand the Tennessee wrestling philosophy. And we're in Chattanooga, after all, so it's Tennessee. So first time I met Ole, and I'm a young kid, but I was still a smart ass. And I said, Ole, it's nice to meet you. And I shook his hand, and he said, yeah, you had the birthday party for the dog on my television. I said, yeah, I saved you a piece of cake. He said, really? I said, yeah, it's in my ear. And so, Ole and I had a star-crossed relationship until finally he got a begrudging respect, I think, for me because he enjoyed zingers. He liked verbally jousting with people. And if you could stand up and trade with him verbally, he got a little bit of respect for you. So one time after the Great American Bash of '86, we're working for Crockett, and we're in the locker room in Huntington, West Virginia. And Ole, had gotten his check, and we'd all gotten our checks for the bash. And I think his check for the 14 bashes was like $17,500, and mine was like $22,000 because we were figured in a little bit, stronger with the midnight and the rock and roll and the road wars and et cetera. And he said, goddamn, it's a sorry state of affairs. When I've spent all my life trying to uphold the honor of wrestling and working all my life and blah, blah, blah. And we'd worked against Baby Doll. That was the thing, 6 man's me against Baby Doll. And he said, it's a sorry state of affairs when a bitch and a fat manager make more money than I do. And I said, well, to be honest with you, Ole, I said, I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank you right here and right now for paving the way in the wrestling business so that I could come in and make more money than you did. Well, goddamn it.
The thing about Ole was